We made it. It's Friday.
All right.
We did it together, collectively.
Woo, we
You
did.
at home, us at work. We all made it to Friday.
It's been fun being here.
Team effort.
Enjoyed having you
Thanks.
here.
Jimmy's back on Monday, so it's been nice giving him some time off. It's been fun to hang out.
Oh,
So I'm
welcome
sure we'll
back to
hear
the
about all
morning
his
show.
adventures on Monday.
I know.
He's always good for a story.
Yep. We were just looking at his pictures
Yeah.
of his vacation, and his wife looked very
He's down in
happy.
Florida, right?
Yes.
Theoretically, I don't want to spoil. I don't want to blow up his spot. Yeah, Florida.
I don't know. We'll let him tell us when he comes back. But he did post a picture of the place. I think they went to go revisit and celebrate their engagement anniversary. Engagement anniversary. Yeah.
They are so
So I remember last year when it happened, and I was at a pool party. And I knew something was going on. Like, I knew he was going to do something, you know? So I'm looking at my phone, and I'm at the pool, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he posted the ring. And so I text all you guys, and I was like, he did it, he proposed to her. It was so exciting. So yeah, they went back to go revisit the same spot.
New policy in Jimmy's marriage. They're going to celebrate their engagement every 6 months. And it's just right on the dot. They're going to keep things fresh.
Why not? I like it.
They've been
He waited
living it
a
up.
long time to get married,
Yeah.
so I'm like, good for him.
The smile on that guy's face, you know, every single day now that he's found his soulmate.
It is so true.
Speaking of smiles, it's
Yeah.
National Smile Day? That's
I
a
love
thing,
it.
apparently?
My favorite day.
So let's see the pearly whites, people. We want to hear from you. What makes
Show
you
us your
smile?
choppers.
I love
that's
that.
cute.
That's some teeth right there. Hop in the
know.
comment section. Tell us what makes you smile. We're celebrating Friday together.
We're celebrating.
Kelly says, I'm here. I don't know if is that what makes her smile or if she's just letting us know that she's here. So is
hanging
Joanne. Peggy says, the sunshine makes you smile. Jen, you're dealing in sunshine lately.
Yes, we are
gosh.
giving out so much of it. I'm loving this weather, though. We could be so much hotter. We could be at 110 by now. But we are right where we should be. It's just been an amazing weather year.
And
Very
you
happy
brought
about
it down a degree
Yeah.
today. A little Friday surprise.
We're
Look
gonna
at that.
see When Jimmy
Look.
gets back on Monday, he can deal with punching him back out.
You know,
I'm
he
leaving
actually
on a
does
good
that
note.
too. He'll be like, it's gonna be 99 today, and then later it's like 100 and something.
No, he does grease the numbers just a
Yeah.
little bit when he has to. Angelica says, my granddaughters always make me smile. Shout out to your little granddaughters, Angelica. Deanna says, I'm a mentor for a foster child. I got to spend today with her, so that makes her
Oh,
smile.
I love that.
You guys are good people.
So many people watching. Good morning, Beverly. She's tuning in right now. Wait, Peggy said my root canal is done.
Oh, those are the worst, Peggy.
Wait, can you
smile
even
about
smile
that.
after that? You're like drooling.
I know, one side's like,
Yeah.
but they give you some pretty good meds. So
Do it for the
I can
meds.
smile about that.
Beverly says Fridays are the best, and positive people make Amy smile. Well, there's positive people in the comment section. What's something that makes you guys smile?
Oh my gosh, what doesn't make me smile? I love food. I love
Mostly tacos, Mexican food. Yeah.
hanging out with my family, my friends, everything.
Knowing that Panera is coming at 8 o'clock
Yes,
to the station.
I'm excited about that.
Tell the people they're going to show up in
Oh, sorry.
droves. It's our breakfast, man. Stay away.
Get to the front, ask for Claire. Well, they'll let you right in.
Claire, our intern, our social media intern, is leaving today. We're so sad about that. Why?
Sad.
Finally putting her down. It's time to take her out back.
This internship program
Yeah,
is taking a dark
send
turn.
her to that farm upstate where we send all the interns when their time is done.
I hope she gets on here and comments.
I know all the great stuff that
Claire?
you've been seeing on Instagram and
Yeah.
Twitter. That's all her in the morning. So we're gonna
Brilliant,
miss her
so.
for sure. But she's moving on to bigger and better things, and she's gonna spread her wings.
That's right.
Missy says drinking coffee in the sunshine makes her smile. I got to say the same. There's nothing like that day off with the light coming in and that first cup of coffee that just
So
like
good, right? Just
that
tastes
one
better.
moment of peace.
I know, it's so nice.
Your kids make you smile at all, Jen, or you mostly just scream at them?
They make us smile all the time. My husband just texted me something very funny. My son said, while on the toilet, I will save you.
Oh, come on. It's the internet. You can say it.
Yeah. I told Vanessa, I was laughing so hard. Do you guys want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear
Of course
it.
we do.
So
We
he's-
warn the people.
He's super cute. He does this like thumbs up, like when he plays t-ball. We're
Yeah.
like, go Ollie, and he just looks at you and goes.
Aw.
It's adorable. So he was doing his business
Right.
this morning. My husband says, Ollie, how's it going in there? And Ollie says, good. Big thumbs up. He's so cute. I swear, he's an old soul in that little 4-year-old.
Yeah.
They do. They make me smile. That and food. It's a hard time. You know?
Food just makes you happy.
It
Like
really does.
we were so excited when we went upstairs. We're like, food!
I know. We have this thing now, and Rachel hasn't been here for super long, but she's already picked up on the tell. When our executive producer comes down here and tells us we need to go upstairs after we're finished with the morning show, that means they're going to feed us.
Yeah.
That there's food upstairs. But today we got up there and there wasn't food. That was very
What a
disappointing.
letdown.
Yeah.
They said we have to come back in 30 minutes. So yeah.
It's like the reverse of Pavlovian conditioning. We heard the bell, we're salivating, but the food's not there.
Now we're waiting. Our stomachs are growling.
We're very excited.
Uh,
What makes you smile, Paul?
You know, corny jokes. Good puns.
You like a good
make me
dad
smile.
joke.
I do
Yes.
like a
You're
good
not
dad
even a
joke.
dad.
I'm a
So
strong,
funny.
I'm a dad inside, you know? You don't have to have kids to be a dad. I feel like I'm very much a dad in my off time. I don't know. I played some golf on Monday for the first time in a couple months. I've been busy with the Where's Gerke Going project, and I had to break up our weekly game that I play with Cam Cox in the sports department here. And I was awful. I shot a 126. Which, for those of you who don't golf, like that's just an astronomical number. In fact, most people won't post scores that high because they don't allow themselves that many strokes on the holes.
Wow.
Like some people only play like double par for each hole. I took 2 10s the other day. But like being back on the golf course makes me smile. I like being out in the sunshine. It's one of the nice things about Arizona. And golf is one of those games where if you take 126 shots in an afternoon, there will always be a few that you feel pretty good about. You know, like it's just a sample size thing. And so if you can cling to the positives about the golfing experience, you can forget the other 120 bad shots.
Well, you can do miniature golfing. I went and did that yesterday.
That's not as much fun.
I saw
That's
yours.
fun.
Yours had like a whole black light.
Yeah,
thing
it's
going
called
on.
Glow Putt in Scottsdale. First time there. I was like, wow, this is cool.
Was it super fun?
Super fun, yeah. It's neat, and then the key is though wearing like white pants and like the neon colors, so that way you glow while you're in
Stick with a nude or white underwear.
Yeah, good tip.
Yeah.
Learned that the hard way. So is it? So it's, I'm guessing it's all totally enclosed.
Yeah, it's all inside.
All
they
indoors. That's nice
for
then it
summer.
was, that's what we
Summer
were
activity.
highlighting, like cooler things to do during the summer because it's so
Yeah.
hot here, you know. So that was one of them, and it was really neat. And then they have a cute little dog named Maddie. It's their mascot, and she wears a neon little sweater thing, and she runs around in there.
So
you know.
cute.
Oh, I got to put that on my list of things to do.
Is that the place with the laser tag?
No,
That's a different
it's
joint.
only miniature golf, glow in the dark miniature golf. That's it.
I did play some laser tag in my
Such a
30s,
good
like
game.
last year.
Oh.
Yeah, so my brother
love
and his
laser
buddy
I don't
came
care
out,
how old I am.
played some laser
It's
tag.
so
It's outstanding.
fun. But they're always like, don't run. I swear the adults, whenever you go to these birthday parties and it's laser tag, the dads are like
Oh yeah.
Make it
totally
competitive.
running, like they're doing the drop, flop, curl, everything summers. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are like mowing
It's their
down
chance
these
to
8-year-olds.
shine.
Yeah.
Always that one kid though that's around every corner
I know.
zapping you, and you're just like, I get so competitive.
And they always do it with no expression. I'm like, this guy's like from a horror movie.
hurtless.
You have to prey upon the weak. Like there's always the one kid who really doesn't want to be there, and he just stands in the same spot the whole time. You got to sneak up behind him and pump him full of laser lead.
Terrible.
Take that, Jimmy! I'm the king now.
But you don't earn it. You have to I have to feel like I earned it. Like I really
Yeah, you gotta
took
work for
down
it.
the ones that have been stalking
Nah.
me.
Counterpoint: the hit detection system is BS. So even if you're really good at laser tag, the shots don't register, and so you just have to take advantage of Jimmy who's standing there because otherwise you're not going to win.
Okay.
Anyway,
Fair enough.
enough about laser tag. Let's get to our ICYMI real quick. We had a funny moment on Today in AZ about the juicy question, which I thought for a second might finally be something that it wasn't. Take a look.
Any given week, 20% of adults have done this. Let's check out some of our text messages. 20% of people have overslept, says Denise.
That's a good one.
Sing in the shower, says Billy Padilla. What did we say
I said
earlier?
nap.
Nap.
I said crying, but I'm starting to think it might be sexy time related. 20%.
Gracious.
We try not to do that. It's a family program, but I'm just saying.
But it is
Children's
Friday.
watching.
It's Friday. We're
That's
getting
right.
ready for the
Anything
weekend.
goes. I don't know.
I think yelling at other drivers. Get out of my lane.
That's true.
Is that how you do it?
Gotta shake the
so
fist.
nice.
Yeah. Get out of my lane.
So any given week, 20% of adults have done this. We received some good text messages, and we have a few more, right, Paul?
Called their parents.
Okay.
Oh, you should be. It should be more than that. You got to call mom and dad. Maui Bill out in Gold Canyon. Go to the gym. That's a good guess, Bill.
I counted using their fingers. I just did it.
Called parents. Okay, overslept. I could see that one. Called their mom.
All right, let's
Oh
see
my
the
gosh,
answer,
what is the real
guys.
answer? Show up late for work.
Nobody in this group would ever do such a thing.
What?
Well, you know if we're
Everybody's all
late.
quiet.
We're not here. I mean, you know, it's really obvious if we're late.
Yeah.
There's just an
Exactly.
I did oversleep last week.
There we go. There's the
I
confession I
know.
was trying
And
to get.
I know I was waiting for Paul. He was looking at me. So I did make it in time for my second hit. But yeah, I had to call. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. I'll be right there.
Thanks for coming in anyway. You know,
Yeah.
you could have just called in.
It happens,
No,
everybody.
this is my third time working here, 4 years that's happened. And it's, I think what happens, because I also work for the D-backs, right? So it typically happens that I work that night, and so it's like normally I get 3 hours of sleep, and I think it hits you in that where you're in your hard sleep. So I just accidentally turn off the alarm, and then I go back to sleep, and then I wake up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm late. Yeah.
It's a terrifying feeling.
No, your heart drops, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. I was like freaking out.
Do your thing again that you do to the drivers. What was this?
Shake your fist.
Oh, it's a fist. Okay.
Yes.
I thought you were doing more of an Italian, like,
No.
hey, stay out of my lane.
Lane.
It's from my Polish buddy Paul back in high
Okay.
school.
Oh, okay.
His awesome dad. We love his dad. We'd always be like, hey, knock it up, kid. Get out of there. I actually just Facebooked him this morning and said, I shook my face on
Yeah,
my
yeah.
TV. You're welcome.
nice.
Yeah.
So I drop a lot of explicit four-letter words when I'm driving generally. I think it's just part of who I am. I was raised to be a driver who doesn't tolerate bad drivers. And I was with a buddy who really didn't like me dropping the F word around his kids, and it encouraged me to learn a few sign language phrases. I've always wanted to learn ASL, but I haven't had the discipline to teach myself. But I found that as a means where I was actually interested in learning some ASL so that I could apply it in those contexts. So for those of you who don't speak ASL,
was like, are you gonna show
won't know
us?
what this means, but is a phrase I taught myself, which is this freaking clown. And every time I see a bad driver now, instead of doing the fist shake, I'll just be like, this. Oh, wait, that was taco. Sorry, that's a different one. I learned Taco Bell as well, by the way.
Yes.
Where is the Taco Bell? That's another phrase that I had to teach myself.
Taco Bell makes
Quickly,
you
you-
smile.
Thank you. Right? Yes, Taco Bell does make in the moment, not afterwards. It's one of those things you feel so immediately guilty about.
I know, and you can eat so
I know.
much, and then right after I'm like,
Oh, yes,
why
I can.
did I do
know.
that? Like,
It's always immediate regret.
yes.
Every time I order at Taco Bell, I'm trying to pretend like maybe I'm bringing it home to my family and not just to myself. Like I'll check my,
the
I'll
kids
pretend
really
to check
love
my
this
phone, and be like,
one.
oh, and 2 cheesy gordita crunches. Not for me, for the wife. It's for me.
She's pregnant.
If anyone at the downtown cantina is watching this morning, it's all for
The
me.
mystery solved.
I went through that drive-thru twice one time when I was pregnant a few months ago.
In a row?
Yeah.
Just like did the laugh.
Circle back!
It's like, no, I actually wanted this too. So.
I did. I just laughed at the lady. I had one of those tostada things, and then I ate it, and I was like, man, I'm still really hungry. This is really embarrassing. And I was on the morning show, and you know, when you're just
I
like
know.
tired,
Yeah.
and you
Ravenous.
just don't know what to do. So I was like, hi, can I have another one? And I tried to like stick out my belly so she
Right.
could see, you know.
It's not for me.
I can't help it.
For the bad. We have a lot more people chiming in too. Sherry said, flying to Kansas City to pick up our 7-year-old granddaughter for the summer. That's what makes her
Oh, that's
smile.
awesome.
You are grandparent of the
Fun.
year.
That'll be fun.
Neil
For the
Santiago.
summer.
Yeah.
I talked my mom into 1 week. I was feeling good.
Neil says fishing, of course. Well, it's free fishing weekend on Saturday.
right.
So you don't need your license, Neil. You can just go out and have some fun on all the lakes in Arizona.
Lee.
Let's see. Alana says, good morning. Blessed Friday, everyone. Life and happiness makes her smile. Sharing a smile makes Colleen happy. And Evelyn says, being happy is the best feeling when you wake up every single day. I like the positivity here.
Yeah.
Hicks says, I like the British accent. You guys, can you do one?
Smile. Yeah.
Do you like a British accent?
Hello.
No, that's,
I can only do the
Can't.
when I'm still like a holiday. You're taking a holiday.
Today, or just a takeaway.
Hick, do you still like the accent or not so much
Probably
now?
not.
Yeah, right.
Like, never mind.
All right, let's get to some fresh squeezed juice, Vanessa.
Okay, one of our favorite topics, dating, is coming
Oh,
up
here we
in
go.
the fresh squeeze juice. So no surprise here, your phone is a major first date no-no. According to a new survey, men get the most fed up by ladies taking
Yep.
photos of their food or drinks. Other first date pet peeves, chewing too loudly, hogging the conversation, being late, and not offering to pay or split the bill. Interesting, okay.
All good points.
I'm guilty about being late.
I have learned
But how late? First
Right,
date,
yeah, that's a
you
good
wanna
question.
be like
How late?
fashionably late.
No, you don't. Be on time, man.
It's hard because
I mean-
you know I have a busy schedule, so I'm running out the door and I'm trying. I mean, I haven't been on a date in a while, but like when I was trying to meet up with people, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I would like message or text. I'm like, I'm running a few minutes late, but I'll be right there.
Here's the trick. Set the date for half an hour later.
Yeah.
And then just tell yourself you need to be there by 5. Then you're there by
Yeah.
5:30 and you're on time.
But then I really know.
No, you don't. You need to trick
Oh,
yourself.
you can trick yourself. I do that to friends all the time. Like we have a couple friends. They're always late. It's so annoying. I'm just like, as soon as we sit down at the restaurant, you get the text. Sorry, we're running late traffic. I'm like, how long have you
It's
lived
not
in this
traffic.
town?
Yeah,
It's not traffic.
yeah.
You're lying, first of all.
So yeah, so now I just started telling them because they're like, oh yeah, let's do dinner at 7:30. I'm like, well, we can only get a 7 o'clock res, and I know they'll show up at 7:45.
That's smart.
That's good.
That's
I think
very
first
late.
date you got to be on time, and then I think you're like given a 15-minute window. Like I have just
Okay.
assumed that women are going to be 15 minutes late more often than not.
I think that's generous.
And that's
good.
not a sexist remark. I mean, plenty of men are late too, but at least the women I interact with are typically 15 minutes late.
Yeah,
like
that's
just
fair.
what it is. As far as the phone goes, though, like more so, I don't mind the quick pic
Yeah.
if you need to take a picture of the pretty food or whatever. Don't belabor it. The problem is when they take the pic and then they sit there
They're
and
playing
they
with it.
Yeah.
putz around on Instagram, messing with filters, and
Yeah.
they're messing with the text, and then it's like, oh well, I didn't like that angle. I got it.
Oh my gosh.
You get one.
Yeah.
I'll give you one.
That's annoying.
That's it.
You take one picture and then you put it to the side and you flip your phone over
Flip the phone over, take
so
it off
you're
the
not
table.
distracted.
But what about when people, so the thing is when people take the picture, this is what always annoys me, is that one of two things. It's like, the waiter's putting it down and they want to get the perfect like presentation picture. So you do that and then you make the waiter do it 3 more times. Like, seriously. And then you're ready to start eating and they're still like, wait, no, I don't think I got a correct angle. I need to do the square filter. And I'm like, can we just dig in? I'm starving.
Yeah, I just want to eat.
Yeah.
Our buddy Russell says he wants you guys to say hi to him. That would make him smile.
Good morning, Russell.
There you go. You
Happy
got it, pal.
Friday.
He says he also smiles when he's called Gunkle Russell instead of Uncle Russell by his nephew. Kids are cute, man. I'm
That's
with you
super
on that.
cute,
Janice is celebrating her son's 48th birthday today.
Woo!
All right.
Happy 48th to your son, Janice. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi this morning.
Okay, so real quick, since we are still on the dating topic,
Oh,
your
here we
first
go.
date with your husband, where was it? How did it go?
Oh,
Jeez.
I was put on the spot and taken a little off guard. I'm sorry. It was so long ago. I can't remember the name. We
My
went
first
to
date
this,
with my husband? No.
I have like
Different story.
I had to think about it. We went to this Italian restaurant in Phoenix somewhere. I don't know, but he was really excited to
Olive
take
Garden
me
is
there.
called. It's real nice.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad at
She's like, I'm in.
All you can eat soup salad
Yeah.
at 6. It was delicious. No, I don't remember. I need to ask him what it was called. But the date that I actually remember, it wasn't a real date, but it's like the first time we actually met. We were at Doc and Eddie's, and I was teasing him the entire night, trying to steal his hamburger, and he would not let me have a bite of it. And I was just like, no, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it. And I don't know how we ended up together, but it's weird to me because I
was like, I would have ran from you.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
normally be with somebody who wouldn't let me steal food from them. That's not cool. You gotta share.
Men and women both like to
Whoa.
chase. That's all that is. It's like, well, I'm going to get a bite of that burger if I have to take him on 10
I did.
dates.
I was teasing him all night. We were at a pool party all day.
Yeah.
So it was a good time.
I'm like, okay, note, try to steal somebody's hamburger. See if that
Vanessa's
works.
going to be walking around the next D-Bags game just taking bites out of people's food.
Any
Ma'am?
takers, anyone.
What about you? You remember your first date?
Yeah, so ours was a blind date. It was like I was in this long thing. I just moved back to my hometown, and so every one of my mother's friends was setting me up with their sons. It was just like right and left. So this was a friend of my mother's son. So anyway, so we went on a Tuesday lunch because I was on my way to work night side. I'm like, let me just check this one off
Sure.
the
A
list.
lunch. I
Yeah.
like the lunch dates.
So we did the lunch date, and then I remember I called my mom from the parking lot, and I was like, okay, this one's different.
Ooh.
And she married him.
5 months later, we got engaged. So yeah.
Super fast.
I was
That's
taking notes from
awesome.
you too
So
because I'm like,
knew.
wow. 5 months later.
So which bad first date stories do you want to hear from us? Yeah, where
Dish
do we
it out.
start?
I have the most boring life
first.
ever.
I can't
Can we have a
even
worst
remember.
first?
I
There
love
has to
dating
be.
Whoa. Worst. I really, honestly.
I can give you one.
Go ahead, go.
Do yours.
Yeah, do.
One of mine?
We've talked about one of these dates quite
Well, now,
often.
hold on.
lately.
Don't go spilling my beans anywhere. Not without my consent here. Which one?
I can't. We
Wait,
can't
give
say.
me a
We're not
clue.
going to say any names.
All right.
No
But they've
clues
chimed
that
in
would
before on
identify.
on our
Oh,
section.
yeah. We don't have to go down that road.
I
was a
remember a
crazy
blind
one.
date I went on with a guy that was terrible. I mean, I called my girlfriend from the bathroom. I was like, you have to call me.
Right.
Yeah.
Some sort of family emergency. Because he spent
Does that
the
really
whole
work
time-
though?
Yes.
Like, do
Oh,
they
yeah.
know though?
It worked
Oh,
for
they
me.
know.
It obviously. So
They
this
should.
guy spent and it was another one of my mother's sons, my mother's friend's sons, and so he spent the entire time talking about different stories about how drunk he would get at different venues,
That's no
different
good.
places.
That's
And it was just
uncomfortable.
like it was the whole conversation was just like how drunk he was in various locations, and I'm like, this is just really
Yeah, you're not a frat boy. Nobody wants to hear
awful. So I'm like, oh, I have to go home. There's like an emergency and this and that. So, and then he called me like probably 20 minutes after he dropped me off and was like, I had such a great time. When can we do it again? So clearly he did not think that
Didn't
was
take the memo.
a call for help.
I'm hemming and hawing over whether or not I want to share this story
Do
on
it.
the air.
Oh, gosh.
And generally,
Friday,
when my
do
filter
it.
says don't, I don't.
No, do it.
But in this case, I'm not going to name any names. I went on a first date with a woman who told me maybe an hour and a half after I met her that she had recently smoked crack.
What?
Yeah, that's a horrible thing to tell someone.
Yeah.
And a horrible thing to do. Don't smoke crack, kids.
Say no.
Why? How did that
It
come
came up in conversation. Like, I don't know how. We were just like standing on a balcony and she was like, man, I'm really feeling it today. Like, I smoked crack the other day. I was like, what?
I'm questioning your
That's
dating.
insane.
Like, where would you even meet
Where
this
would
type
you
It was
of
on
people?
Match. It was on Match
Oh,
way
jeez.
back in the day. This is years and years and years ago.
I know, because now I'm questioning your dating pool.
Well, granted, like I deserve some of the criticism
Sort of
because
a
obviously my
judgment call.
radar is crap.
Yes,
but
that's
like,
more of a judgment call on you.
but like here, like
You didn't notice any
What?
missing teeth
No, I didn't.
or like the
she must have been a very
marks?
recreational crack user. Like one, what are you doing smoking crack? Two, what are you doing telling someone you
Don't
just
tell-
met
yeah.
about
Oh
it?
My
my
goodness.
gosh.
I would say that probably takes the cake.
I don't think I've had anything
Oh
crazy
wow!
like that.
Look at the time.
Yeah.
I need to go home and not smoke crack.
I don't even know how you react to that.
With amazement.
I had one day that I met on a dating app, right? And you only reveal so much information on the dating
Did you
app.
say fake information?
No, that too.
Yeah.
So we went on this date. We meet up, and it's like a light date, you know. And I talked to him. Well, it turns out he was way older than he revealed on the app.
Mm.
He said he had a kid, but he didn't put that on his app. And then he said he wasn't open to any more kids, and he already got snipped. And I was like, if you would have told me all this information prior, like I wouldn't be sitting here, which he knew. But I'm like, that's not fair. Like you can't do that. That's like you're taking my time, which I don't have a lot of, right? And because I don't know if I want to have kids or yet, you know. So you just totally took that option off the table. So
You can get it reversed.
yeah, but he was.
He
sad.
doesn't sound like the kind of guy you wanted to have it
No.
reversed on, but you know.
But I was like, wow, this is crazy.
That's annoying.
All right, a couple more Smile Friday things before we say goodbye here. Jeannie says my oldest grandson graduates from FHS today. Congratulations to your grandson, Jeannie. Jossie says my two young grandsons digging 141 earthworms.
Wow.
I hope you're not the one that had to count them, Jossie. That sounds like a mess.
Wait, I like Rudy's
Rudy's,
tip.
yeah.
He said, Vanessa, if you're late, write this text. Be there in 10 minutes. If I'm not there, read this text again.
That's a good place to leave
That
it.
is good.
We hope we made you smile this morning. You always do that for us. Thanks for stopping by the Today in AZ After Show.
Happy Friday. See you at the D-backs game if you're heading out. They're taking on the Mets.
And don't smoke crack.
No. Or lie on a dating app.